some balls, probably force some more. And we've got to know where the underneath throw is, know where the check down is, and step up and run the football and throw it away. And you know what? We've got to have some running game and some other guys stepping up as well, not to put too much pressure on the quarterback, but we can do better than that, and we need to do better than that and work hard to improve on that.
Coach, if you could just talk about, Miller had got a little out of sorts in the Pittsburgh game and then kind of settled down, got you guys back into the game against Pitt today in the third quarter. Seemed like he got a little bit out of sorts as well. When that happens, are you having a lot of conversations with him when he comes back to the sidelines? Like, what does that do to stabilize him and get him refocused?
Well, we got to, we talk for sure. It's kind of the things I mentioned. Stay locked in on a progression. You got to stick with it. If it's not open or you get pressure, you got to run it or throw it away. Throw it away, you got to throw it way out of bounds. If not, you just take the sack. So some things came up and that happened too many times today, so that was disappointing. So we got to practice it. We're going to have to just simulate some things and make sure we're doing some things better. Now sometimes I don't know, maybe we weren't blocking very well either. But you just can't turn the ball over. You got to punt the ball. Let your defense play. We didn't punt at all in the first half, so you can't just expect you're never going to punt. I mean, you're going to get sacked every now and then. They're going to guard somebody. They're going to make a play, get stopped, and you live with it and move on. And we've got to definitely improve on that.
Jess, you kind of touched on it, Jess. The 5 sacks. Are you seeing different things with each of those sacks? Where do you see it?
We'll see a lot of things. I do think our offensive line needs to play better. I do. We got to be able to block movement better. We got to be able to pass block better. We got to be more consistent. We got to find a way to run the ball better as well. Block some moving parts. They're not just going to stand there like a statue. They're going to slant, angle, and shake you every now and then. We got to be able to block that. We got to understand that. It's kind of what I talked about. You can't have that many negative plays. The negative plays are hurting us, and turnovers are hurting us. They'll get stops every now and then, but you can't give them points like we have the last 2 years.
When Miller needs to burn the ball or take the sack, it's sort of a gray area for a lot of quarterbacks at times. Struggled with that today. How do you get him to see it better, feel it better on when he can burn the ball or successfully burn the ball or kind of eat the sack?
Well, we're going to have to take segments of practice and simulate broken plays and force him to go backwards and chuck it away and take the sack and force him to find checkdowns better. It's a combination of a lot of things. And I'll have to look at the video more to dissect it in detail. But we'll take what we see from video and we'll try to work hard to improve it and not have it happen as much as it has.
Coach had a couple of key third and short plays, one at the end of regulation and then one in overtime. He did opt to go to the pass rather than the run. Is that just more to the confidence that you have in the pass game versus the run game, or is that just the looks that UVA was giving you defensively?
Well, I'm not sure which ones you're talking about. We had one at the end. It was about 3rd and 3 maybe. It was tough to run down there on 3rd and 3 at that time. So we booted ahead. I thought we had someone open in the flat. Just from one line ago. The other ones, I'm not for sure.
Jeff, as a play caller, how do you stay faithful to the running game when it's struggling? Because I'm assuming that you don't necessarily want to be throwing 45 plus times a game, but on the other hand, if you see it getting stopped, you got to try something new. Right? How does that? How do you try and balance that?
Well, we were really efficient in the first half, other than the drop toss on offense, moving the ball, just beat ourselves, and there wasn't many possessions with the controlled passing game, getting the ball out of his hand. And, then they changed some things up in the second half, played pass coverage, and did a couple of different things. And yes, the balance has to be better. We got to work hard to do that. Get some running backs down. got to get some guys in the backfield that are able to play and get them healthy, and then that was a little bit of an issue with the stuff going on there.
Last two.
Coach, on that pass to Eisenground and then move incomplete, what did you see on that, like, from your vantage point? If you did convert there, move the chains, then probably get some points out there.
I don't know. Obviously, I don't agree with it. You know, so there's not a whole lot I can say on it. I didn't see it up close, but it's the call they made.
Last one.
Coach Duke went out early in the game. Is there any update on his status and what maybe happened?
Well, he's had an ankle. He tried to play with it, couldn't do it. Probably re-injured it again. Kiwan came back from a high ankle after 2 weeks. He's supposed to be out 4, so he's tried to play. So I give him credit there. We got to get the running backs healthy so that they can help us win.